Welcome back to Junket Gym Live, everyone. Thank you. My special guest, stylist Sherry Tagoe, is walking us through some fabulous fashion pieces she has curated and created in this segment I call Sherry Tagoe's Finds and Designs. Hello, Sherry.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, you can give her a round of applause.
Hey.
Now, obviously, as a stylist, one of your jobs that your clients ask you to do is find some pieces that they cannot find themselves.
Right.
Right? And that can be, again, it could be vintage or dead stock, right? Things that,
Definitely.
right?
Yep.
So here we have, what are these here?
Well, these are tortoiseshell 1973 Christian Dior frames from France.
These look lovely. So now, how do you know are they all manufactured from France, Christian Dior?
Not all, depending on the year.
So how do you know that? How do you know that this is legitimately from France, 1973? Because it's so specific.
I made sure I went and got them authenticity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it come with like a certificate of
It doesn't,
authenticity?
no, because it's secondhand, it's vintage.
It is vintage.
Yeah, it is.
But
it is.
You just have that eye.
Yeah, but I'm also able to go, when you have a product, you're able to go to the retailer and they'll let you know if it is actually authentic brand or not.
And is that what you had to do?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I did
all right.
one here in New York and one in the UK.
Wow, I wouldn't have known that. That's obviously a big deal. So we have a Louis Vuitton.
We do, yeah. We have the mini
briefcase
briefcase, yes. Definitely.
right here. So tell us about this piece. Where'd you find it?
Actually, it was a Goodwill on the Upper West Side.
Oh, wow. Well,
Yeah,
If you're going to go to a Goodwill, go to the Upper West Side.
Yeah, it was, and they didn't really know what they had because it was priced very well for me. So it was great.
That's great. So it was just a bargain for you. You're never going to find this. Now, is this the same thing? Is there like a particular year? When you're looking at this, right?
Yes.
Can I open this?
Sure, you can.
So if I'm opening this, you know, we're looking at the lining. We're looking at everything looks pretty good, right? So are you looking for like tears and things like that
We
as
are.
well?
We're also looking, when you're looking on the inside of the label,
Yes.
you're trying to make sure that there is no imperfection in the actual writing.
Yeah.
It should all be capitalized. It should have the serial kind of mark, and it should say made in France.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Yep, thank you. Okay. So that's fabulous. Thank you. Now these aren't sold pieces, right? Or
They're
still
not.
in
No.
your hand?
They are.
Hello, everyone. These need a home. Okay, let's move over to the table here. Okay, so let's start. We have a silk and leather, brightly colored bag over here, right? So why don't let's switch places.
Sure.
Right? At least for this.
Yeah.
So we have tassels. Well, this is lovely leather.
Yes.
What is this, though? What is this? Is that leather as well? Is that silk?
That's silk. Yeah, that's raw silk, so it hasn't been treated.
Wow, that's nice. And where did you find a piece like this?
Well, this was one of three, and this was at a flea market up in New Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now it's kind of like a ball.
It is. It is. So it came in. This is the medium size. It came in small and large and medium.
Oh,
so this is the medium. Right.
Bag.
So the small and large are sold.
Yeah. Oh, good. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, would you like in the future, if you ever found like such a rare collection as this, could they be handed over and sold as one?
They could. They could. It was actually offered up for a set, but the interested parties wanted it separate, so that was fine.
Yeah, everybody.
I'm
wants
very
a different
flexible.
size, different uses. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Now, I don't want to say practicality, but where would one wear this purse to? It's so fun, right?
Well, the two people that actually purchased it from me, they're both stylists. So they just wanted a really, really out there.
Yes.
They liked the luxury, they said, the bright colors and the gold trim.
Yes.
I mean,
out of my way, my purse is coming through. This is good.
It stood out to me because it reminded me of kind of Morocco and all the colors in Morocco.
I like that. I can see that.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, beautiful piece. Your eye is fantastic. So now, tell us about this piece here.
Well, this is actually, this was in a family. This was the grandmother in a family of Mexican heritage origin. This was the grandmother's own bag, her travel bag, her like carry-on.
Yes, and this was woven in Mexico.
It was hand done.
Hand.
By the family, yeah,
And
hands.
you can tell, right?
Yeah, you can. So I didn't know, but then she took me through. I didn't know the difference between it being woven by machine or woven by hand, but then she took me through, and you can see where the it's hand done. You can't really see it, but it's when it's glued like that, it's hand done.
You guys can't see this, but the hand that sewed this is still in the bag.
It is still in there.
I like that. All right, this is nice. And it's like, there's so much material. It's leather.
Yes, it is
What material
leather.
is this
It
then?
is leather. This is untreated yarn. So it hasn't
Untreated
been
yarn, so it's
processed. It's
natural
not
color.
soft. It's natural. Yeah.
And it's wood,
It would also
obviously.
change sometime with sunlight.
With
So this was
sundown.
probably a little bit darker
So
when
now,
it started.
I know we've already passed.
We have.
Right? You know, so we have the purses here. We have the Louis Vuitton here.
Yeah.
Is there something I should be doing to treat, you know,
Yeah.
garments or specialty bags like
Yeah.
this from sun damage?
Yeah. So what you should do is there's a kind of like a shoe polish that you can put over it, and that would treat it from any of the outside elements. And don't get it wet.
And don't get it wet. Or just don't go out of your house with it. Just stay at home with it. Just
You
love it.
could.
Stay at home. It's nice. Okay, so let's go over here.
Yep.
So now this is obviously a children's jacket.
It is.
Right?
Yep. Size 8 to 10, unisex.
So now this is a two-part, right? So first you find the jacket.
Yes.
And then you design it.
Correct.
Tell us about this design here.
So basically, this is an old tablecloth from 1970s that I
How
just
do you
cut
know that?
because it said 1970s on the label.
Oh, okay. She's like, 1935.
It said 1971 on the label. It's the old linen and cotton mix tablecloth.
Now, does age matter in this case in terms of you already know, oh, wow, it's been almost 40 years,
Yeah.
and that means this has been tested over time. It still looks great. I want to use this.
So it does matter. What I would do is, which is what I always do, I always wash and see if there's any kind of wear and tear before I place it on a jacket because I wouldn't want to sell it like that. So I pre-washed the tablecloth and made sure
Okay.
it didn't shrink when drying because that could be a problem.
It's like a perfect match.
Yeah.
It's like a perfect match. So is this something you had to put away, and then once this jacket presented itself, you're like, I got something
Yes,
for it?
definitely.
Now, how? What is this done with? These
This is just a white
beautiful-
fabric marker, acrylic paint, and then I did the distressing with a fork.
Okay, so now she's gonna eat the jacket.
I
Okay,
am.
So you did the back here too.
I did.
So all of this, you distressed this yourself.
Yeah, with a fork.
Oh, I love that. That's great. I'm gonna have to. That's a little
Distress and then
trick,
just throw it in the washing machine.
That looks
and it
great.
frays.
And now you also did. We have another shot. She also did my jacket.
Yep, I did.
Right.
I did.
So the same thing. You find the jacket.
Yep, I find the jacket.
And now, walk us through this process. How
Okay,
did you-
so I washed it twice, and then I ironed it just to get a really, really flat surface, and then
Yeah.
I kind of washed it with a diluted bleach, so it's not that thick. So I then did the lettering, the white lettering first, without the black, with a concentrated bleach,
Oh,
and then did around it with black fabric paint.
yeah, it looks great.
Yeah,
Thank
by
you
hand.
so very much. Yes, by hand.
Everything's by hand.
Everything by hand. And you can find Sherry's hand. That's in that.
In the bag.
That's
Right.
So now we have another piece. We're gonna walk back over.
Okay.
Let's talk about this find you have here. This Make Our Children Safe Again.
Right.
Obviously influenced.
Huge controversial style hat.
Yes.
We're not going to talk about who originated.
But now obviously you see something like this.
Yeah.
How many of these have you sold?
About,
Can we talk about that?
We can. About 20, 22
Wow.
now. Yeah.
So how does that happen? You find these?
No, actually, I have them made. Things like this, I have them made. So I came up
good.
with the slogan. Again, he's often the source of kind of my ideas. I thought of
Yes.
Elias, just thinking about where the world is going at the moment.
Yes.
And one thing that I wanted for him was for him to always be safe. And I want that for all kids. So this is big with my parents, but it's big with everyone. Right
Yes.
now, educators are buying it from me.
Oh, I like
So-
that. That makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, regardless of, who's sitting in the Oval Office, we still obviously have
Right.
other problems going on.
We're gonna switch this kind of iconic logo style thing to a more positive representation.
Yeah. And that's obviously that's the power of what you have. You have that ability. You have that. I mean, it's not just what's beautiful, right? Because these things, just like this hat, can have a different meaning.
Very true.
Right? And obviously these things have been taken care of for so long.
Yes.
Do you ever feel like someone's buying it and you're like, I hope they take care of this?
I do. I always give a little bit of a disclaimer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come get you.
No, but try to treat it with
pieces?
respect.
How are you doing? Are you still there?
I try to tell people a story if I know it. If I know it, as far as the source. Yeah.
Well, thank you so very
You're
much
welcome.
for sharing your process with us. Sherry Tagoe, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Okay. We are going to be moving to a game segment, right? So hang out, guys. Sherry Tagoe is going to be joining us next. Thank you. Stay tuned.